Won't it be Ryan the Great? And I think the microphone is working. Let me just make sure really quick. Woo, baby. Turn me up. We're back to streaming. Why is there an echo? Oh. That's better. I didn't realize there was an echo setting on this thing. That actually might be useful. An echo setting. Alright, it works. Let's go! Alrighty, so we got the Colts versus the Texans tonight, baby. Let's go. Here we go. Turn up. Since I've been using Twitter a lot more, we're going to put this on Twitter. Or X, I guess you could say. All right, so here we go. The Colts going to get the ball first. All right, let's roll, baby. Finally back to streaming. Colts, Texans. Colts get the ball first. We'll be getting ready for the kickoff. Both teams looking for a playoff spot. Fairbairn to kick it off. Here we go. And Downs is going to call a fair catch in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Gardner Minshew, who came in during the season after an injured Anthony Richardson put him out for the year. A 7-5 record for Minshew this year. 211 pass yards per game, 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Taylor in the backfield pistol formation, and Shane Steichen, who's done a great job with this Colts team this season. Mo Alley-Cox in motion. Downs in motion as well. Minshew hands off to Taylor. He's going to try and look for his blocks. He cuts inside, and Taylor brought down by a wave of Texans for a few yards. Normal starters for the Indianapolis Colts. And we see Michael Pittman in there, who was injured for a few weeks. Back now from his concussion. Minshew under center. Taylor once again in the backfield. They're going to pitch it to Taylor, trying to get to the outside. And Taylor going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. And that was Harris in there with the tackle. There's a flag down. You see Harris just coming in there from a few yards out, making a play on Taylor. But let's see what the penalty is. Illegal use of hands to the face on the defense. So that's going to be an automatic first down for Indianapolis. That play on the safety, Arnold. You see D'Amico Ryans and his team trying to make their way into the playoffs for a 10-win season. This team's done a great job this year. Got to give D'Amico Ryans a lot of credit. A potential head coach of the year. So now first down for the Colts after the hands to the face penalty. Minshew in the shotgun. He will throw this one to the sideline, caught by Michael Pittman, and a few-yard gain there. And you see there's Stingley playing off of Pittman, so the short game might be working out tonight for the Colts. There's a little out route there. Steichen knows they're playing off. 6 yards there on the gain. Minshew once again in the shotgun. Has 2 tight ends out there. And now Minshew will throw again. He drops back. He is under pressure. He throws this one over the middle. It's caught by Michael Pittman, who will get the first down. And the Colts with a solid start here. Minshew under pressure. Throw on the run. And you see Pittman having a great year, a career high in catches and yards this season. Colts with a hurry-up offense. Minshew once again in the shotgun. Those 2 tight ends in the same position. Same formation for the Indianapolis Colts. and we'll see how they can do it here. Once again, Texans playing off of their receivers. Nobody on Pittman right now. Minshew to throw. Fakes to Pittman. He is trying to get out of the pocket. He pitches this one, caught by Pittman, and Pittman is going to be marked a little short of the first down. And once again, Pittman wide open, nobody covering him. A bit of a interesting move by the Texans, and you see Pittman there just kind of flashing in the flats, and then some miscommunication by Houston. Pierce was open, and the two men covering Pittman went to go get him. And now handoff to Taylor, who will get enough for the first down. And the Colts are in Texans territory. They are looking to put up points for the first time today. Minshew, under pressure so far, has played really good. And now he's under center with Taylor in the backfield. Taylor has not seen the ball too much, and they'll fake it to him here. Minshew has time. He is going to run. Minshew will slide a little short of the first down, and Minshew didn't really have his first or second option open, so he just decided to tuck and run. Turned out to be a good decision, a 9-yard gain there for Gardner Minshew. And now he'll line up in the shotgun, and you see Pittman finally having somebody on him, and they'll press him. But they'll give it to Taylor. Taylor with a first down and more. Taylor inside the 25. Texans trying to bring him down, but Taylor gets into the red zone. Great power there from Jonathan Taylor to help the Colts get inside the 20. And we're going to see this here. And you got to see the right tackle, that being Smith, was able to take out two guys at once and create that hole for Taylor. Ryan Kelly also blocking out, did a great job as well. Hand off to Taylor. He will get through the B gap, and Taylor brought down from behind around a 4-yard gain there. Taylor now seeing the ball a lot more. As soon as I said he wasn't seeing the ball, that's a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Jonathan Taylor, in his career games versus Houston in 5, he averages 141.2 scrimmage yards per game. Looking to continue that here. Pittman in motion, Minshew in the shotgun. Pittman all alone on one side, but they're going to give it to Taylor again. Taylor this time not going to be so lucky. Going to get a yard or two. Tackle there by Harris. That'll bring up 3rd down. I might use this echo for every time. I forgot this setting was on here. So that's cool. Like every time there's a touchdown, I'll just go like Michael Pittman. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. 3rd and 4. No one in the backfield with Minshew. And in the game is Goodson, the running back. And now Minshew will throw. He pump fakes. He's under pressure. He's going to throw this one. Incomplete. Goodson was open. Minshew could not hit him. He threw it away. And it looks like the Colts will send on the field goal unit. At Goodson, open. You see there the cornerback Stingley, he kind of moved inside a little away from his zone, and it almost ended up costing them. Now the Colts having their offense on the field, a very spread out formation. You got a trip set on the left here, and Minshew yelling at the ref wants to get this going, and we'll see if they snap this one. And they will not. And they will take the penalty, so a delay a game on Indianapolis. So the Colts will send out the field goal unit. It will be Matt Gay. Sanchez is the punter. Matt Gay, he will try to put the Colts up on the board for the first time today. Field goal kick by Gay is good. The Colts, for the first time today, put a bit of points up on the board, 3-0. They lead, but now C.J. Stroud, the potential offensive rookie of the year, will come out and try to take the lead when we come back. This is a busy week. This is a busy week for me. We got probably gonna be streaming tomorrow. We have the national championship on Monday, and then we have the NFL playoffs next week. We also have the Eagles game tomorrow, and I gotta make a video on that. Oh my god. I don't even have my notes written for that game. That is slacking. I want to do a prediction. See, here's what I gotta do. I gotta write Eagles notes. I gotta write Eagles notes. I have to film the video. I have to, and a TikTok. Then I have to do national championship game predictions. And I also have to do an Eagles reaction video, but I don't want to do national championship predictions and Eagles video on this in the same day. But when am I be able to do the Eagles video if I'm streaming the game tomorrow? So it's a bit of an issue here, but Gay will kick it off to the Texans, and this will go into the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes C.J. Stroud, as I mentioned, the potential offensive rookie of the year this season. He has an 8-6 record. He missed 2 games because of a concussion. Tazo, what's going on? 3,844 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. How's it going? So yeah, the winner clinches playoff berth, as I've said before. The loser is eliminated, so it is definitely a win or go home chance for either teams. Doing good. Well, glad to see that. I'm just exhausted. And Stroud will fake on his first play. Has time, steps up in the pocket, a deep shot to start. It is caught, and going into the end zone is Nico Collins. The Texans strike first with a touchdown. Yeah, let's try it. Nico Collins, 75 yards. You like the echo? I hope y'all like the echo. Mamma mia. Let's see it here. So you see the inside leverage that the defensive back Brent's is giving to Nico Collins, and that's just a post route, able to beat him. The Colts did not want to give up the outside, so Nico Collins said, well, then you're going to have to give up the inside. What a start for Houston. Fairbairn makes the kick, and it is good. 7-3, 9:06 remaining in the first quarter. What a start for Houston. We'll see how the Colts respond when we come back. Jeez Louise. That was a shot. What, Stroud? Oh, boy. That was... Whew. He made him pay badly. So you never want to give the receiver the sideline. That's just kind of normal football. But whew, I don't think you would want to have to give up that either. That was a shot. What's the game tomorrow? I know it's the Packers versus somebody. I'm thinking it's Packers versus Chiefs because I commentated that game earlier in the season. What is it tomorrow? It is. Oh, I thought. Why did I think it was the Packers? Who are the Packers? Oh, they play the Bears. Oh, it's the Bills and Dolphins. That's who decides who wins the AFC East. That's gonna be actually a really good game. I think I picked Miami because they're at home. Yeah, I picked Miami because they're at home. I don't really typically take Miami away from home, especially this season. I understand they're going against a really good opponent, but at home, I'm always going to take the Dolphins. They beat the Cowboys at home too, and I mean, I get the Bills beat the Cowboys, but I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say the Bill. I don't know if the Bills and Cowboys are equal. It's just that that like I don't know how to explain it. My point is that they beat the Cowboys at home. There's no reason why they can't beat the Bills at home as well. All right, we're back. Let's see, back Tazza. And the kickoff by Fairbairn. I appreciate the love. Downs will be tackled at the 23-24 yard line. I appreciate the love. I try to work on it. Want to hear more? Listen to the CR7 podcast. And yeah, they're pointing out the state. So another thing is that safety was taken away. That's actually a good point. See, that safety, I think it was number Nick Cross, he was kind of taken away by the tight end, which also led to no safety help. I should have mentioned that. I was so focused on the outside, on the leverage part. That's actually a good point. Minshew will start out in the shotgun, and he will throw this one over the middle. Incomplete. He went for Pierce Nelson on the coverage. I appreciate the love. And that one was in the air for a hot second. That could have been intercepted. Luckily for the Colts, that did not happen. Great coverage there by Nelson. Stayed on the outside shoulder. That'll bring up second down. Second and 10. Minshew to throw. He's under pressure. He is sacked! Harris got there in the backfield, has the extra man on the rush. And it will bring up third down. Will Anderson's a captain? That's actually insane. You never would think that a rookie would be a captain. You see Harris in here kind of lurking. He looked like he was going in coverage, but he instead took on Minshew. The Texans with 46 sacks this year. That's the most in franchise history, and nobody picked up Harris there. 3rd and 18. And just a draw here to Jonathan Taylor, and he will be tackled after just a few yards. A 3 and out for the Colts offense. A great start for the Houston Texans offense and a better drive for their defense. Great play calling on both sides of the ball, and we'll see what the Colts can do on the defensive side. Obviously not a great start at all, not even a good start. And we're going to see a punt return. Sanchez will kick it away, and Desmond King will get the punt return. Fair catch call by King, and this will be at around the 24-yard line. So we'll take a break. The Colts go 3 and out. Texans trying to add to their lead. 7-3. 7:23 remaining on the clock. That's actually pretty cool. That way, 7. Okay, here's kind of a connection. 7, and then the times, it can also connect to 2 as well in some way, shape, or form. Like the X in the middle. And then 3. So the whole scoreboard and clock kind of connect. Ooh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. Now, I want to see if this works. We're going to see. I personally never tested this microphone on a computer. I've tested. Now, here's what I was doing. You had this thing. I thought this was supposed to generate more noise, so I put it on until I realized, and they even say this I don't even think it said, if it said in the instructions, I wasn't paying attention, but this actually takes away all the noise. I did not know that. So, here, I'm talking now, and now I don't think it works. Right? Wait, it does work. This thing does work. What? Whoa. This thing would not work when I put it on when it came to my phone, but it works on the computer. Interesting. Now, when you stream through YouTube, or the way I stream, there's a button that makes you mute your mic, through the computer, but there's also a button here that makes you mute it through your microphone. So I don't know which one's supposed to work. Now, I think this will normally work, so let's see if that works. Okay, so that doesn't work. So obviously, I think that should have been pretty obvious. But now, if I mute through this way, okay. So so that makes sense. Got it. Okay, now I figured out how the microphone works. Now we can get back to football. All right. So we'll see if the Texans don't score on the first play again. Handoff to Singletary to start out, and he'll get 4 yards there on his first carry of this game. So normal personnel so far for the last few games. Nothing new. Normally the Texans would have Tank Dell and the crew out there, but Tank Dell injured for the year. Another handoff to Singletary, and I'm surprised that they are running the football after that shot, and a bit of pushing and shoving going on that you would expect. Singletary just a few yards there. It'll bring up 3rd down. Third and 3 coming up. Stroud will throw, pump fakes. He is going to run. He dives, and I believe he got enough. And yes, the officials will give it to him. It looked like his knee might have been down, but definitely, or the officials don't say it was. And the Colts gave up that A gap there, and those linebackers dropped as well. Let's see if his knee was down. I don't think it was, so this will stand. Or no challenge should come in. First down coming up. Stroud will throw. He throws this one near the sideline, caught by Nico Collins. He trips. And that'll bring up second down. So now they give up the outside. Oh, that's hilarious. Nico Collins this year, all career highs in receiving or catches, receiving yards, average yards on a catch, and touchdowns. And he started out really, really well. Nico Collins this year, 22 receptions of 20 yards plus. That's too shy of the team record. We'll see if he breaks that in today's game. Here's a handoff to Singletary. He had green grass in front of him, but a great job there by the linebacker Obi to make sure he does not get that first down. It's going to be marked a yard short. Long 3rd and 1, handoff to Singletary. He is going to be shut down in the backfield for a no gain, and the Texans look like they will be forced to punt. Great stop there by the Colts. You definitely needed that after the 75-yard touchdown. You see the backfield just being blown up. Lewis in there. And Speed, the linebacker, doing a great job pinching inside. And that'll bring up 4th down. Texans have to be disappointed with that one. And Cameron Johnston, an Old Eagle, I believe. I think he's an Old Eagle. There is the punt. Fair catch called by Downs, and he'll catch this one at the 14-yard line. Still 7-3, 3:31 remaining, and Gardner Minshew going to come out and see if he can replicate his first drive just with more points. What is that little hype thing? Oh God, his eyes. He's like his eyeballs are ready to pop out of his eyes. Jesus, a little freaky. No, it's just if you ask me. I don't know. Wait, I want to see something. So I thought it would come up if I thought it would also mute the it would tell the computer that it's muted and it wouldn't just mute itself. Interesting. My desk is so crowded now. I have books here. I have a computer here. I have a light here. I have a Baby Yoda back there. I have a divider back there, pencil sharpener, 2 mouses, phone, paper, headphones, microphone. Yeah, I need a bigger desk. I think if I ever change rooms to stream and to do work, I think I would want a bigger desk. I don't want to say that to be greedy, because I try to be grateful for what I do have. I just wouldn't want a bigger desk because I feel like I have so much stuff. I could probably move this stuff farther down. But the thing is, this stuff won't fit in my divider because my divider is actually a little too small for it. So, but I do put stuff on these books too, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't even know how I got on this topic. I can just ramble on about stupid stuff for hours. Anyway, back to football. I think we do have some pretty good games tomorrow. Stuff for division crowns and playoff spots. You always love to see Week 18 football. The game earlier between the Ravens and Steelers, that wasn't too exciting. I was kind of I eventually it got a little boring, so I just started playing video games like Madden, so 2K, which I actually just got today, 2K24. So that was nice. Yeah. Why are they making out the line judge? See, they're making out this line judge and checking with the refs thing. Such a big deal. I've said before, the media is making this out to be it's the biggest deal in the world. It's not. It's just normal football. You always check with the ref. I feel like that's normal football. Here's the Taylor, and he will get through his blocks. Taylor with a first down, and more Jonathan Taylor will be brought down after around a 13-yard gain, and a good start there for the Colts. A lot better than their second drive, which was their last one. See Will Anderson out of the game with his helmet off, and he might have to stay that way for a minute because the Colts are in hurry up. You see Taylor doing a great job of just being patient with his blocks, not running through the first thing that he sees. Minshew will throw. He drops back. He's under pressure. Over the middle. Incomplete. A little too high for Alec Pierce. That'll bring up second down. The Texans doing a great job putting pressure on Minshew. They have 1 sack today, and in will come Will Anderson. He has 7 sacks this year. That's a Texans rookie record. Tied for the second most among rookies. And Malik Neighbors, breaking news, has just declared for the 2024 NFL draft. I'm sometimes writing down I'm still writing down 2023, which I feel like a lot of people are doing still. But I like to try and write down 2024 just to get in that habit early. Fake to Taylor. This pass over the middle, broken up, incomplete. Great coverage there by the Texans. More specifically, Hall, and that was intended for. I don't even know. I don't even have this guy on my. Did I even have this guy down on my paper? Anyway, Hall just tipped the ball away and on that outside. Maloney, is that his name? Tight end. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the Texans side. Yeah, Mallory. Got it. 3rd and 10. I'm not sure if they got that off, but the refs are going to say he did. Minshew, he is going deep, and it is incomplete. There is a flag down, though. Minshew was under heavy pressure, did a great job getting out of the pocket, and this is me on the offense, penalty decline. It was holding on Indianapolis, and you have to imagine that they would do that after all the pressure. Fourth down. Now I can flip it over to the Texans side. Here's the punt. And King is going to be able to return it this time. He's on the sidelines, makes a spin move, and gets down past the 35. Solid return for Houston. And out comes CJ Stroud. And no commercial. Now, the 2013 Washington staff are all head coaches. Bobby Slowick, Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, and Mike McDaniel. That's nuts. Stroud will throw in his first attempt. He is looking for Schultz. He overthrew him. He had him wide open. Then D'Amico Ryan's yelling from the sideline with good reason. I'm sorry, Bobby Slowick's not a head coach. He's an offensive coordinator. I messed up there. Almost all those guys on the list. 2nd and 10. And you see Stroud 2 for 3 tonight, 81 yards and a touchdown, but he could have had Schultz there for a big gain and possibly a touchdown. Nobody in the backfield with Stroud. Quick throw here. This one caught by Nico Collins. He spins to the outside, powers down Brent for the first down. Weight room right there for Nico Collins. He is having himself a day. I believe Nico Collins has every single reception so far for the Texans. Yeah, 3 receptions, 93 yards, and a touchdown. What a start for Nico Collins. we're almost here at the end of the first quarter. Hand off to Singletary, and he's only going to get a yard. The run game not particularly working out as the Texans would hope for. Only a 1 yard gain there for Devin Singletary, and that will bring up second down. I mean, the Colts, they're sending a lot at Stroud. You can see at times he's kind of dropping back and trying to make these quick throws. I mean, his ability to scan the field is really, really good. But I feel like he's kind of feeling the pressure just a little bit, but he's doing a great job making his throws. Stroud under center again, and he hasn't played particularly well under center. Singletary, though, going to get the carry again, and he'll gain a few yards there. I'm not particularly sure why the Texans keep running the football. I feel like it's just not getting them too much, and with 2 carries there, they got about 5 yards. Yeah, 5 yards. That's 2.5 yards a carry. And that's just not what you want to see with a playoff spot on the line. So if I'm the Texans, I'm trying to pull out all the stops tonight. I'm really trying to, put the ball in the end zone early, and running the football does not seem the way it's supposed to go. Nico Collins in motion. He'll move into the slot, and it looks like a offsides or false start. They're pointing to the Colts to the left tackle, Tunsil, and false start on Houston. The left tackle, Larmy Tunsil, and if we can get a replay here, let's see. Oh yeah, he definitely moved back. Got to try to get out of his stance a little early. That's going to cost the Texans 5 yards. So 3rd and 10. They're back to where they started. And Tunsil, a 4-time Pro Bowl selection, his 14th start this season. Just cost his team 5 yards. And now 3rd and 10. Stroud drops back. Throws this one over the middle. Caught by Nico Collins. He trips. And he will not be able to get the first down. A lot of tripping going on so far by the players themselves. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. So we'll see what the Texans do when we come back. But so far, Nico Collins and the Houston Texans have been dominating the offensive side of the football, or particularly the pass game. 7-3 when we start the second quarter. Actually, I'm seeing this on Twitter that, how many teams are on the brands and they won't split up the tag team titles. That's, actually a really good point. I really think they need to split up the tag team titles. I just think they should get, the SmackDown tag team title should just go back on SmackDown because, we don't even see a tag team. The tag team rivalries are just, not fun. Pretty Deadly versus what used to be Butch and Ridge Holland just seemed like filler. I really like the Brawling Brutes when they, I guess, were together. But, after a while, they just didn't really have much to do. They're kind of just stuck. You could see the Triple H wanted to book them, but they were kind of just stuck, All right. So let's see what the Texans do as we start the second quarter. And the offense is it the offense? Oh no, it's the punt team. I thought it was the offense. I couldn't see their their punter, who is Johnston. The analytics say go for it. If I'm Houston, I'm also going for it. I mean, the last few drives for the Colts haven't been too good, but they'll punt it away. This one will bounce to the 1 yard line. A great punt for Johnston and a not so great field position for the Indianapolis Colts. So on comes Gardner Minshew. You see Ross there, right there on the 1 yard line. Just makes that play. Johnston's loving it, as he should. I still say he stared down like one of the Colts guys. You never see punters engage in trash talk, but okay. Minshew under center, Taylor in his own end zone, and it looks like that's going to be an offsides on the Houston Texans. That is tough. Neutral zone infraction. That's a shame. The Colts are going to move to the 6 yard line. That was Tart there. And just a clear jump. If you're the Texans, you got to be really, really, really disappointed there. You could have had a potential stop. You could have got the ball in good field position, a potential safety, maybe a turnover. You still can get a turnover, but maybe a little harder here. And Jonathan Taylor carries it for just a few yards. 2nd and 2 coming up. So Taylor, 8 carries, 53 yards, 6.6 yards per carry. And ever since I've said he's not getting the football, he seems like he's the only guy getting the football now. So 2nd and 2 again, Minshew in the shotgun, another handoff to Taylor. 1st down and more. Jonathan Taylor gets to the 14 yard line. And it has been the Taylor show so far. And why wouldn't it be? He is dominating. This might be the meta here. And you see Mo Alley Cox coming in, just swings into that A gap, picks up a block. And he does a really great job there getting down and dirty to make sure Taylor can get that 1st down. His hands were also on the outside. I'm not sure how he made that block. Handoff to Taylor. Taylor penetrates, and he is going to be brought down. He's pretty much in the air right now. The Texans were literally carrying him by his arms and legs, and he's brought down for just a few yards. And you see the Colts just using up a lot of clock, almost 2 minutes so far, and I don't even think they're out of the red zone. Fake to Taylor. Minshew dumps this one off to Taylor. Taylor trying to fight through traffic, and he is going to be knocked down by Harris a few yards before the 1st down marker. We do have a man down, I believe, for Houston. Or no, I think it was Tardy. Just took a little bit to get. I'm sorry, that was Rankins. Took a little bit to get up. He'll come out of the game. 3rd and 1. Now, I don't think it's a little farther than what it should be, but or a little shorter than what they're saying and what it looked like. Colts on 3rd down today. They're 0 for 3. Their average yards to go is 10.7. Taylor in the backfield, Minshew in the shotgun. Downs is also there as well. Taylor does run into Downs, and that's going to end up costing him. Minshew wants a face mask for a horse collar tackle. It looks like they did bring down Taylor a little oddly there, but no flags are going to be thrown. You see Downs there just gets in the way of Taylor trying to make a block, and he doesn't even make a block at all. Taylor got held up. Yeah, that's definitely a horse collar tackle on Houston, but there was no call. So the Colts, a missed opportunity there off a half decent start. They're going to be forced to punt it away. Sanchez will punt it to King for, I believe, the second time today. Sorry. Is it the second or third? I don't remember. King receives it, doesn't call a fair catch, shakes one man, shakes another. King still going, and he gets down to the 30. And out comes CJ Stroud in his offense. Him and Nico Collins having a great start. We'll see if they can put more points up when we get back. I'm actually pretty excited for these playoffs. I'm mostly excited to see what the 49ers are going to do. Not that I want the 49ers to win. I just want to see what's going to happen. The Eagles, I don't have them winning a playoff game. I don't care what they do. I don't care if they win the division or not. I don't have them winning a playoff game. If they face the Rams, then they're not going to win. If they face the Packers, they got a better shot. But I'm going to stick with my word. I don't think they're winning a playoff game. So the wild card games, we have 2 games. We have that Peacock game. I think that's the night game. Then we have another game at 4:30. Interesting. Then Sunday we got 3 games, and then Monday that's that game on ESPN, the divisional round. We have 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. Conference championship. Yeah, we obviously have those 2 games there, and the Pro Bowl. I mean, nobody really cares. Then we have the Super Bowl, which is on the 11th. Boo. CBS does have the Super Bowl, right? I don't know why I thought NBC had the Super Bowl this year. They had it 2 years ago. Last year was Fox who had it. 2 years ago it was NBC. Yeah, as we're going back now, the broadcast is pointing this out at ESPN. That was definitely a horse collar tackle, and looked like Collins was the one. Malik Collins was the one to commit the penalty, but he got away with it. And now the Texans will come back out for their 3rd drive of the game. CJ Stroud 4 for 5 tonight, 100 yards and a touchdown pass, but all of those caught receptions, have gone to Nico Collins. So we're going to see if somebody gets involved. The one pass could have been a very big gain for Dalton Schultz, but he overthrew him. And once again, as we have mentioned many times before, the winner advances to the playoffs. The loser goes home. Hand off to Singletary, and he is just going to be brought down for a 1-yard gain. And as I've mentioned, this run game's just not working. I'm not sure why they keep running the football. The Colts are just getting off their blocks really, really well when it comes to the run game. There's not really much you can do. They're also sending a lot of pressure. I mean, Singletary has 7 carries for 14 yards. I'm not sure why Singletary has more carries than Stroud has throws, unless they're trying to save his energy. But I'm not entirely sure. But the logical thing would be to throw it. And this is a short pass in the backfield here, and just a few yards gained for Mechie. Try to shake his man. Great open field tackle. And it's now 3rd and 4. Colts fans on their feet. And you see that? I think the run is just a wasted down. Like, if you want to get 1 or 2 yards, then let's do it on 3rd down. I guess then they'll be stacking even more. But, I mean, it just seems logical. The press is on Nico Collins. Stroud will throw. He throws this one over the middle. It's caught, and getting the first down is the tight end Schultz. Finally, somebody other than Nico Collins. Schultz had a target earlier, couldn't get down with it. But this time, he's able to come down with this one in a first down. A lot of traffic over the middle, too. Stroud was facing the pressure in his face. You see the pocket collapsing, but Stroud did a great job dropping back late and still making the throw. That's just how accurate he has been this season. Fake to Singletary. Nice block by Singletary. A throw incomplete over the head of Schultz. Texans sideline wants a flag, and Franklin and Schultz getting into a bit of words. They'll bring up second down. Great protection, though, by the Texans' offensive line. It was a good throw by Stroud. I mean, Schultz definitely had a chance. It was a little high, but it's difficult to say if he could have came down with that or not. Second down. Hand off to Singletary, and that probably was the right move to run the ball there. And he'll gain a few there. It looks like to be around 2 or 3. That'll bring up third down and 7. Singletary will come out of the game. See, Nico Collins has not been doubled yet. He has been doubled when he goes deep, but you don't really need that. So I would try to get the ball to Collins. You have Bogaway in the backfield with Stroud. Quick throw over the middle. This one's caught by Mechie, but he is going to be stopped short of the first down. Just half a yard the Texans need. And once again, the Texans stop short of the first down. I'm sorry, that was actually Hutchinson. And the Texans setting up like they're going to go for it. Do the tush push. And a false start is going to be called on the Texans. They got a little too excited there. And D'Amico Ryan's not happy on the sideline. Tunsil, again, his second false start. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know what he was doing. This is the captain of this offense, and you cannot be doing that in a situation like this, in a bit of a interesting set here. There's a man in motion, and Johnston, he'll just end up punting it away. And this one will be punted to the 11-yard line. The Colts will come back out after the Texans fail once again to score. 7-3 it remains, 7:51 remaining. And if I'm the Texans, I mean, giving the ball to Singletary has just been a killer. You're running it on first down a lot, which is, kind of killing your momentum. I understand that you couldn't get that completion to Dalton Schultz on first down, but, I mean, running the ball has just been a killer, and they just continue to do it. Stroud has made a few, throws that haven't made like 1 or 2 throws that haven't been the greatest, but for the most part, he's putting the ball right on the money. I feel like that one throw to Schultz on first down, I feel like if he could have gotten up there a little bit more, then he definitely could have, came down with that. But I just think running the football on first down is just not the ideal situation. All right, we're back now, and the national championship on Monday. Can't wait for that one. Number 1 Michigan versus number 2 Washington. And you see Nico Collins, who did go to Michigan, the 3rd-round pick in the 21 NFL draft. The 2021 NFL draft. He'll be watching on Monday. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh's name up in the rafters. Was at the Colts from 94 to 97. A lot of history when it comes to Michigan and both of these teams. Minshew will throw to start. This one over the middle. Open. Incomplete to Mo Alley Cox. Stingley came in there late. It was able to break up that pass. And you've seen a lot of that today from the Houston Texans. They've just done a great job of knocking the ball away, splitting the arms of receivers. Stingley picking him up late, making an effort. And just splitting the arms there of Mo Alley Cox. Originally, he was supposed to be zoned on with Pittman, but we got out of his zone late to force that incompletion. Great job there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Minshew's 4 for 10 tonight. Not a great start for him passing the ball. Hand off to Taylor. Taylor puts his shoulder down, gains a few. That'll bring up 3rd down. I'm sorry, that was Zach Moss. Who will now come out of the game for Taylor and Goodson, who have made their way back onto the field. 3rd and 4 coming up. Colts 0 for 4 tonight on 3rd down. 2 men in the backfield with Minshew. Goodson moving out of it. Now moves back in, now out again. Minshew will throw. Dump off here to Taylor. Taylor almost brought down, but this time he's going to be brought down. Derek Barnett, I believe, was able. I'm sorry, that was Collins, actually, was able to make the finish. You see their Rankins just coming in there to kind of slow Taylor down, wrapped up, just couldn't bring him down. And then the finish there by Collins, allowing him to recover. Right, Rankins allowing Collins to recover there and to make that play. Now the punt again. So now the Colts 0 for 5 on 3rd down. Here is King, and he will be pushed out of bounds with 6:23 remaining. So it's still 7-3. Texans back onto the field. And we'll see if they change up a little bit of their play calling game plan when we come back. Are we going to break? I'm not. I haven't gone to commercial yet. Yep, of course we are. Of course we are. Why wouldn't we be going to commercial? Don't tell me Malachi Nelson actually committed to Boise State. I swear to God, if Malachi Nelson committed to Boise State. I haven't been able to use my Echo. Echo. I haven't been able to use my Echo. All sad. Where was this college football? That's actually unbelievable. He's actually going to Boise State. Boise State isn't a bad program, but why that over USC? Okay. Toss here to Singletary. This time they're trying to get to the outside. That's working a little better. A 7-yard gain for Devin Singletary. So maybe getting to the outside is going to work a little bit better for the Houston Texans. Yeah, Singletary only averaging 2.7 yards per carry, but that run probably his best one tonight. And we'll see if the Texans continue to go to the outside with him. They're very determined to get this run game working. A fake to him. Stroud has all day. Now he dumps this one off. It's caught. And getting the first down is the tight end Saubert. And Stroud had all the time in the world, but just a little dump off does get them the first down. The Texans wanting to run some explosive plays, but at the end of the day, that might not be what's working. Saubert was originally a blocker, but just kind of came out because he was eligible, and everybody was covered and double teamed. Stroud 8 for 10 tonight. And off to Singletary. He has some blockers in front, and this time the Texans did a great job blocking for him. And you see particularly that left side of the offensive line. You see Tunsil and Shrugs just doing a great job on that one to push their blockers upfield, helping Singletary through that gap. So a 6-yard gain there. So 2nd and 4 coming up. Toss here to Singletary. He's going to cut inside after trying to get to the outside, and he gets 2 yards there. That'll bring up 3rd down. Singletary, 11 carries for 32 yards, only 2.9 yards per carry, but he's done a lot better on this drive. 3rd and 2 coming up. We are officially 4 minutes away from halftime. The Colts fans are loud. Trip set on the left. Fake. Pass caught by Nico Collins, who gets the first down and more. Nico Collins breaking tackles to the 15, 10, 5, and they're going to mark him out at the 7-yard line. Nico Collins having a day. Off the bubble screen, great blocking. Give the Texans receivers credit. That was Mechie and Hutchinson. Just great blocking. Give Collins a lot of credit as well, making sure to not be brought down by these shots to the waist. An incredible day for Nico Collins. 5 catches, 129 yards, and a touchdown. A pitch to Singletary. He cuts inside. Singletary down inside the 5 to the 4. Now we're under 3 minutes remaining in this second quarter. D'Amico Ryan's still yelling, and he's going to yell till this team puts up 6. And the Texans have had many opportunities to put 6 on the board, but they have ultimately failed. That was a 32-yard catch by Collins just a few plays ago. The offensive line very not understanding the play. Stroud has to confirm, which is going to cost him a few seconds on the snap clock. Schultz finally getting into position. Stroud has 3 seconds. Hand off to Singletary. This play just looked dead from the beginning, but Singletary staying on his feet and gets down to the 1.5-yard line. That play just looked so dead from the beginning. But That will take us 2-minute warning. Still streaming? Yeah, we stream till the end of the game. We don't stop. And we'll see if the Texans run another play. They will not. They'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Texans at the 1.5-yard line with 3rd and goal. We'll see what they draw up when we come back. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. I really do. I know I don't have an expression on my face, but I really appreciate the love. Always do. Or always try to have a positive community. Which is why I don't respond to TikTok comments. Alright. Do I have Roblox? I do, but I just don't use it. Actually, I don't even remember like what it is. I think I don't know. I might have deleted it actually. I don't remember. I'd have to check on my. It's on my iPad here, but I haven't played it. I haven't used it in a while. I never really used it. Like people just asked me to download it, and I just like, all right, whatever. Well, right now I'm just chilling because the game is off right now, so. Now it's back on. All right, 3rd and goal. So now Stroud will line up in the shotgun. Collins is 1-on-1. Stroud throws wide open touchdown. That is the tight end back. Is that a tight end? I don't even know. Is that a receiver or is that a tight end? 47 is not. Oh, that's the fullback. That is the fullback. And there was a double team on Singletary. Once again, the Colts with no communication in coverage. And this kick is good by Fairbairn. 14-3. Houston is up. If you're the Colts, you got to be very frustrated, especially the coaching staff, because that's just miscommunication there. That's the playing. That is definitely not anything that has to do with coaching. You have to know your assignments, and that's just a matter of not knowing your assignments, really. I couldn't see who was the person to not pick up their man. Oh yeah, pick up back. I couldn't get the number. CJ Stroud, 10 for 12, 151 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns in this half. A great start for the Texans quarterback. Now, Minshew will have a minute and 57 with all 3 timeouts to see what he can do. See if he can drive this ball down the field. This one in the back of the end zone for a touchback. I believe I took the Texans. Oh, that was Thomas, the safety. And you see here, he's supposed to be picking up Beck because he does have help on the outside. If you see, I believe that is Moore who was on the outside. And I don't know if he knew he didn't have help or if he just, I'm not sure. Hand off to Taylor. Makes one man miss. Jonathan Taylor using his power gets the first down. And the clock is still moving. Colts obviously running some hurry up. Minshew to throw. Under pressure. He's going to escape the pocket. He throws this one on the run. It is caught by Downs. And he's not saying he was touched down, but the officials are going to mark him down. He didn't think he was touched. Let's see if that one was actually caught. And it looks like that's a catch. He has his hands under it. And it doesn't matter. Minshew to throw. Caught by Taylor for a few yards of a gain, but not much there. The Colts will use their first time out. Oh, no, but a flag is actually down before the play. So let's see what this flag is. Bring out the headphones for the first time today. 12 men on the field. Now, I did see that off the catch of my eye, off the brink of my eye. There was personnel for the Texans running off the field. They try to make adjustments. Not too sure why you're making adjustments on a hurry up, but that's neither here nor there. So either way, it'll be 1st and 5. A reminder that Houston will receive the second half kickoff. So 1st and 5, the clock does stop. The Colts do not need to use their first timeout. Minshew will throw, extra man on the rush. He's under pressure. He is sacked. There's a flag down. The Texans say it's a fumble. The ball was on the ground, and King did pick it up, just in case that is a fumble. The flag is down. Will Anderson. Illegal contact, though, on the defense. An automatic first down. Petre, the captain's safety, and 2 penalties give the Colts a first down. You see picking his man up. Grabbed his face mask. A little bit on his face mask, a little bit under the face mask. First and 10, 59 seconds remaining at the 39.5-yard line. And a false start. It looks like it's going to be on Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, I believe he jumped. Yep, Michael Pittman jumped off sides. And another 5 yards lost. Man, oh man. Minshew will throw, has time. He is going deep, and he throws this one out of bounds. Had Pittman, but there were guys lurking there. I think if Pittman would have caught that, he might have gotten killed. Because Petre was running in like a man possessed. 2nd and 15. Actually, want to know something? After next Monday's game, we can stream Raw again. We can actually start streaming wrestling. See, SmackDowns are like hard to stream 'Cause it's Friday. I don't really do people do things on Fridays. That stuff's hard to stream. 2nd and 15. Minshew will throw. Pump fakes. He is going deep again. Incomplete. He had the tight end, Mo Alley Cox, who beat his defender, but Minshew overthrew him. Been a theme for Minshew today. And Mo Alley Cox just beats Nelson after Nelson played 10 yards off. That's kind of embarrassing for a tight end to beat a DB 10 yards off. But either way, an incompletion, and Minshew could have had a touchdown pass. Just couldn't fit it in there. Colts 0 for 5 on 3rd down again. They just need a few yards to get into field goal range. We'll see if they do that. They're going to run a draw to Taylor. Taylor will keep fighting for yardage and does get a solid gain there. It's 4th down, and we'll see who used that timeout. I don't think the Colts need to use their timeout, so that might have been the Texans. Yeah, the Texans will use their timeout. I think they can get something in about 37, 36 seconds, depending on how much time is left when they get the football. Thank God I got to listen to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. And I'm not explaining again why I don't like them. So 4th and 5 now coming up. Sanchez has already made one today. This one from 52. Why do I feel like he's going to miss it? I just feel like he's going to miss it. Kick by Sanchez is... Nope, good. They don't end up missing it. They do get it. 14-6, 35 seconds remaining. I just had that feeling in my bones that they were going to miss it. All right, so the kickoff will take place in 35 seconds remaining. Texans get the ball to start the second half. And this one will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. 35 seconds for C.J. Stroud and company with 2 timeouts to try and drive down the field to get a potential field goal. Stroud today, he has been great, stepping up in the pocket. Hasn't backed down. It seems like, he does this thing where he drops back, but then he steps up, and then he throws. It's like weird. But it's really good. Does a really good job. And a handoff here, but there is a false start. Oh boy, Jordan Poole. He's my starting shooting guard in fantasy basketball, and he has played absolutely terrible. I think I'm gonna deal him. Yeah, he's been like the entire reason I'm just not winning games. Also, like half my team is hurt. Kevin Durant, Tobias Harris, and Bruce Brown have been on the injured list. I think I'm gonna deal him. I feel like I have to. 1st and 15. And they're going to hand this one off to Singleton. Why would you run the exact same play that you were thinking of? Okay. I don't understand what the hell they're doing. Why would you run that play? Like, why would you run it with 30-some seconds remaining? I have another. Yeah, also. Okay. 2nd and 15 after the false start, and now a pitch to Singletary. What the hell are you guys doing? Clock's still running. I wouldn't even use a timeout. If I'm the Colts, I'm using my timeout. See if I can get a return. I'm not sure what their game plan is. Some weird decision making by the Texans today. By Schmitz or whatever, the offensive coordinator. I'm not sure what he's thinking. CJ Stroud's pregame warm-ups are, I guess you could say, normal. I mean, I don't know why I mean, I've never really seen a quarterback shoot a basketball, or like not with a net. Shoot a basketball with no net for a pregame, but okay, you do you, I guess. 3rd and 12. I don't really see the point in this. What was the point of just having the football if you weren't gonna pass it? Like, their first play was going to be a run with that penalty or not. 3rd and 12. Stroud will throw. He throws on the run, and this one's just in the dirt or in the turf, incomplete. 18 seconds remaining, and the Colts will get this one back with a timeout. I don't. I don't understand that drive. That was just a weird drive. What's up, G? How's it going? How's it going, my brother? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Well, that's my fault. I haven't streamed in a while. It's been like 3 weeks. Tiring. Exams coming up. Yeah, Happy New Year to you as well. Johnston to punt this one away. Exams starting on Thursday, so that's going to be fun. We have a return here by Downs. One man misses. Downs cutting back, and he is brought down at the 34-yard line. 7 seconds remaining. See what Minshew can do in 7 seconds. I think he'll probably just take a knee. Minshew started out 3 for 3 for 21 yards. He's since been 3 for 11 for 24 yards. So not a great start, or not a great finish, I guess you could say, for the Colts starting quarterback. Also got a new microphone for Christmas. Gee, so that's nice to see. I think it's pretty good. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I also have the echo for when somebody scores a touchdown. Minshew to throw. He is under pressure. Time expires now. Minshew will just throw this one up and away. That'll take us to halftime. So the Texans leading 14-6 in this win or go home situation. They will get the ball when we receive the second half. Yeah, the last clip on mic, you see, I like that. I thought it was a good microphone, but the problem is that every time I would move, I would move around, because I tend to move around a lot when I stream, because sometimes I'm kind of slouching down here, I'm sitting up here, I'm moving or jumping around. There's an Eagles game normally, or it would all the time cut out. And I remember when Nicholas Singleton had a big touchdown in the Rose Bowl. You couldn't even hear me because it was cut out. So I just stopped using that. That microphone's downstairs in case I ever use it again. I probably won't. Actually could use it for something else. You never know. Not YouTube related. But now I just got this thing. I mean, the microphone here wasn't bad. I just didn't think it was as clear as this one is. But it's actually pretty cool. I like the echo. What would it be, Ryan? Great, stuff like that. So yeah, the echo's cool. There's not really much to this. I mean, there's also I don't know what the headphone setting is for. then like the audio, like how much audio you want, like I could just like take. I think if you take all this all the way back, like I think the audio like starts to like decrease. Then there's obviously a mute button. So I'm gonna hit that mute button. Um, yeah, this one's just better. So I'm gonna hit that mute button right now, and we will be back for the second half. Houston receiving the football. See you guys then. All right. After just looking about how the Sixers lost by 11 points, we are going to get back into this game. We'll be streaming basketball once this football season ends, so we'll see. I actually got to see if I'm doing the Super Bowl this year, because last year we did the Super Bowl and that freaking crying on stream. I was so upset. That was the worst day of my life. This one bounced in the back of the end zone for a touchback. That had to be the worst thing on this channel that has ever happened to me. Ever. All right. Stroud, he was not pressured in the second quarter. He's had a great start. 10 for 13, 151 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Minshew not as good. 6 for 15, 45 yards, no passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Not a great start for for Gardner Minshew, but his opponent, CJ Stroud. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Stroud to throw. He throws this one. Deep court! Who else? Nico Collins. They had it at the 25. They're inside their own 45. And an injury here, and just taking a knee is... that's a great route. Is Brent to it, and Nico Collins has just been cooking him the whole night. As a DB, you never want to spin like that. Nico Collins, what a route. He faked the post like how he faked the post. Brent got beat on that earlier. Faked the Singletary. Stroud dumps this one off the Singletary. Singletary trips, and he's brought down for about a yard gain. And these Texans players have been tripping a lot on this turf, and you gotta think, like, is this field really that bad? Nico Collins coming back in there, and once again, as a defensive back, you never want to spin like that. That's when you know you get beat. I can't lie, I've done that before too, and I did that whole baseball turn, and that was just terrible. So now Jalen Jones is replacing Brent as the new man to cover Nico Collins. A flag down as a toss to Singletary. Another false start on Houston. A lot of those tonight. That's their third or fourth false start penalty. This time on the tight end, Saubert. RTG and montage your best moments that you can throw out a message. So we'll be right back for the second half. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Stroud the throw. He is sacked! The pocket collapsed immediately. DeForest Buckner gets in on him. That pocket collapsing immediately, and you see off the edge, that was, Lewis, who just makes Stroud run right into Buckner. 3rd and 21. Screen here. Here is Collins, breaks one tackle, and is this time brought down after a few yards. You see, the Texans run their screens to their best player. For whatever reason, the Eagles don't do that. And now Brent going to the locker room. That was a 7-yard gain there for Collins, but not clearly enough for a first down. It is 4th and 15, and a shame for Houston after a really good start. The Buckner sack brought them back. Oh, that was a good ride. We're under 12 minutes to go, and Johnston will punt this one away. Here's the return by Downs. Breaks one tackle. Not going to break the swarm of Texans, though. Inside the 15-yard line. Out comes Gardner Minshew for his first drive of this second half. 11:46 remaining. Still 14-6. in this third quarter. Yeah, Buckner, he is just. Whew, that's his eighth bag of the year. He's just. Whew. Brett, I mean, I'm not too happy with anybody, really. I mean, I'm not happy with Brian Johnson. I'm not happy. Jalen Hurts hasn't haven't even played that bad. I mean, I'm not happy with anybody right now. I'll be honest with you. The only people I'm really happy with right now are Devontae Smith, but he's injured, so he's not playing tomorrow, which I honestly can see because the Eagles, one way or the other, you don't want to see Smith get hurt. The Eagles and Slay is out, so you kind of know that you're not going to win the NFC East crown unless Sam Howell can pull off his magic from last year. And when he beat the Cowboys in Week 18. So, I don't know. The people saying to fire Sirianni, though, like, that's just so stupid. Like, okay, I understand that you don't like it that he hasn't taken over the play calls. I understand that that's his fault, but fire him for something that is his fault. Like, if he took over the play calling but didn't do a good job, then that's his fault. Like, him not taking the play calling back is not worth firing him over. With 3 games left in the year, do you honestly believe that anything would change? It just doesn't make sense. You get through the year with the man you have now. He might not be good, but it's not going to help if the offense has to completely adjust to an entire new play calling system. Like, half the guys on the offense have not played under Sirianni's play calling. It just wouldn't make any sense. And you want to fire him? It just doesn't, like, come on. Like, there are obviously things that he does that are stupid. Like, he talks trash to the fans and, he's a little loudmouth. But, I mean, what can you do? It's a competitive personality. Here's Jonathan Taylor to start. And he gets a first down, getting through those holes. And you see Taylor's doing a great job finding the holes. I can't believe Doug fired a year or two. Yeah, I hated that. Because the roster was terrible. Everybody was getting hurt. The roster was bad. Wentz was just playing god awful. I couldn't believe that. You know how it was during COVID. It was during music class. And obviously, you're not allowed to have your phones out during class. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But he got fired during my music class, and somebody on Zoom, actually, I forget who it was, actually. Taylor gets another carry. Not so lucky. Gets around 2. Somebody on the class, I forget who it was, said, oh, yeah, Doug Peterson got fired. And I remember just throwing my arms in the air and like slamming my arms on the desk, like, what? Because I never thought that was going to happen. Like, it was such of a shock. Even my mom wanted to hear Jeffrey Lurie talk about why he got fired. Like, that's how like much intrigue there was in that. Minshew pump fakes. He throws this one. Caught! And this one down at around the 50. That is the tight end Granson. And finally, the Colts getting a play that goes in their favor. And you see nobody picking up Granson. No safety help as well. Granson able to do a good job getting behind the defense. Extra man on the rush. Taylor gets the carry. Taylor breaking tackles. Taylor to the 40, to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Colts. The extra man on the rush over pursuing Jonathan Taylor. A 49-yard touchdown. And the Colts are back in it. And they're going to go for 2. I want to get a look at that replay here. I'd keep Sirianni, fire jump. I mean, yeah, it's Sean Desai. I would clean house. I would completely clean house. I mean, I don't even think Matt Patricia's done a bad job. I know people are going to say that he's done a terrible job because it's Matt Patricia and people hate him, but I don't think he's actually done that bad of a job. The Colts on this season are 3 for 4 when it comes to complete 2-point conversions, so they're pretty hot. Fake the Taylor. Minshew throws it to Mo Alley Cox. The RPO works, and the Colts have tied this game. What a momentum shift. I actually want to see this replay here. Yeah, I hope can they show us the replay? Okay, well, not the full replay. I'll see the replay on Twitter. So let me see. Okay, this one's blurry. Hold on. Let me see this replay. So there was an over pursuit. The man on the edge on Minshew's non-blind side I think he was waiting for a pass and he was trying to go up in the air to get it. Then the defensive tackle, I can't see whose number it is. He over pursued and missed his tackle. And then there's another missed tackle. I can't see who that is. One of the linebackers just completely missed his tackle. And you see actually on the outside, I believe that is Quentin Nelson. What tackle is that? That is the left guard? Yeah, that's Quentin Nelson. That's Quentin Nelson. Does a great job blocking out as well. Yeah, just some bad stuff on Houston. Not getting off their blocks, over pursuing. Everything that you don't want to see in the defense. The Colts, though, capitalizing off of Houston's mistakes. Quentin Nelson, give him a lot of credit. He makes a great block. And also, I believe Alec Pierce as well, just taking the defensive back out. Jonathan Taylor, always doing what he does, breaks tackles, has that power in him. So, yeah, everything that you don't want in the play. Over pursuing, not getting off your blocks, simply missed tackles. I think the Eagles still make it to the NFC Championship game. I don't have them winning a playoff game. I don't think they can go on the road and win a game. I understand that people say, oh, it's the NFC South. Okay, so this is I'll talk about that in a second. So look at Cashman here. You see him coming in. Also, you see Petre coming in. So Cashman is the last line of defense. Sort of the last line of defense because there's that blocking on the outside from Quentin Nelson, Alec Pierce, yada, yada, yada. So Petre, when he comes in, Taylor just has a wide open margin where there's no extra help to the help. There's no extra help to the help, if that makes sense. And Cashman just missed his tackle. I mean, you just can't miss that tackle. 6th career rushing touchdown of 40 yards plus by Jonathan Taylor. That's the most since 2020. I mean, they aren't losing to the Bucs. I think they would be at Dallas or at the Lions. Yeah, they would have to go to Dallas or Detroit. Or actually, no. If they're the 5th seed, they most likely would go to San Francisco unless the Cowboys or Lions get upsetted. Here's a handoff to Singletary, and once again, just shut down at the line of scrimmage. Oh, well, here we go. Talking about the Eagles. It is almost certain that Eagles defensive coordinator Sean Desai won't return to the team in 2024. Well, yeah, what the hell has he done? I mean, yeah, it's not shocking being demoted in the middle of the season. I mean, when the hell's that ever happened? Bring back Jim Schwartz, even though he never sent a blitz a day in his life. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stroud to throw. This one incomplete. Looking to the sideline. to his receiver, Mechie. Yeah, I know. It's like nuts. I mean, did Javon Hargrave make that much of a difference? I guess so. Because they didn't lose much on the defensive end. Like, there's been no pressure. Third and 8. Stroud under pressure. He just throws this one up. It's incomplete. 3 and out for the Texans offense. And you see the Colts putting the pressure on Stroud. Great coverage downfield. 3 and out. Really great start. Johnston will punt this one away. And here is Downs on the return. He cuts inside. Oh, slammed at the 20-yard line. What a hit by Hewitt. And now out comes Gardner Minshew. My preseason rookie DPOI prediction was Nolan Smith. I thought he'd be a force, but problem is, there's a few problems with Nolan Smith, and I'll say it in a second. I didn't really have a preseason DPOI. I don't really rookie. I don't really have those sort of predictions. I kind of just predict the Super Bowl. That's really it, because it's just that sort of stuff to predict is just so hard. But I guess it's fun to make. But with Nolan Smith, I think that he hasn't gotten much of a. He's kind of like Nakobe Dean. I feel like you can't judge him off of his rookie year because he didn't get so many snaps early. Now he's getting more snaps, and you're kind of just throwing him into the deep end with no life jacket, because the Eagles have not been playing so well, and now he's getting more snaps because the Eagles think that's going to change things around. But then he hasn't had any snaps when the Eagles were winning. So why would he do well with getting snaps when you're losing? It's just not logical. Obviously, it's not a bad idea, but I mean, it's just not going to work. It was kind of a desperation move. If the Eagles play him more next year and they move on from like Brandon Graham, which I think they should. I feel like they should move on from Cox and Graham because I think they need to draft Jeremiah Trotter Jr. What I think they need to do is Trotter's not like so liked by the or not like well scouted by the NFL as a first round talent. So I think the Eagles need to trade down no matter what pick they get, and I think they need to get some extra capital for later in the draft because I think there's some really good players out there. Like receiver wise, I think we need a new third wide receiver because the Eagles, for whatever reason, don't value Zacchaeus, and Quez Watkins is just you guys know how I feel about him. So I feel like you need to get extra value in the draft. Then you can get Trotter because Trotter can play the linebacker position, and he can rush the passer at the same time. He's really good. I'm not just saying that because his father used to play for the Eagles and he's from St. Joe's Prep. Obviously, I've seen more film and I know a little bit more about him because, he has connections. But with the way the Eagles are playing and what their weaknesses are right now, he looks like the best player for our team. Hand off to Zach Moss. And Moss getting a good carry there, 6 yards, and the running game is really working out so far for the Indianapolis Colts in this third quarter. I really like Trotter. I really like him. People have him going in the second round. If you have to trade up to get him, so be it. In the second, if you want to draft somebody in the first round, you have to trade up in the second round to get him. He has to get on this team. If he's not on the team, I'm gonna be really upset. I'm just going to call it a failed draft, and I'm going to really be upset about it. 2nd and 3, another handoff to Zach Moss, and Moss fighting off defenders. Moss staying on his feet, getting to the 38-yard line. Where does this boost of energy come from? From the Indianapolis Colts. I'm sorry to give away on my channel with a camo from Jeremiah Trotter Jr. and no one entered. Huh? I'll take it. I mean, I love Trotter. I think he's a really good player. Yeah, I think apparently Marvin Harrison Jr. was at the prep the other day. I wasn't there though. I came home earlier. Now here's a handoff to Jonathan Taylor, who gets another big carry. Taylor past the 50, still on his feet, down to the 41, and the holes are opening up. I mean, it's just simple. The Texans are not getting off their blocks, and they just can't tackle anyone. Let's see, who was it here? Ryan Kelly, a great block. And you got to look at the right guard, Fries, as well. Ryan Kelly, who has been a great, when he's healthy, he's been really, really good historically, and just another great block there. And he's done a really good job in this game opening up these holes with Quentin Nelson. Also, Fries, you see him getting upfield, making a block. And the Texans, as I've just mentioned, simply just cannot get off their blocks. The linebackers are missing tackles. They're not filling their gaps. It's pretty much the same problem the Eagles were having. Yeah, I don't get it. Derek Barnett, I tweeted about it too. Like, there was some stat, like Derek Barnett in the last 3 games has had 2.5 sacks. And, I mean, I never liked Derek Barnett. Even when they drafted him, I never was too fond of his talents. I think he had a good rookie year. But then after that, he was getting snaps. I don't see what his problem was. Unless the Eagles just weren't developing him well. The Texans do have a good track record when it does come to developing defensive ends. The Eagles, I mean, it's not anything special, but, when you think about a J.J. Watt, a Jadeveon Clowney, those type of guys, I mean, those guys were first-round picks as well. They might have been early first-round picks, but they were also first-round picks like Derek Barnett. So, you have to take into consideration that the Texans just do a really good job developing defensive ends. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure why. I just don't know. But they've done a really good job with him. I'm not sure if he was just not motivated with the Eagles because he did want to be traded in the beginning of the season. Now, I personally had no problem with that because he just wasn't getting the job done. I mean, a man who has more unnecessary roughness penalties than sacks, that's a problem. So I wasn't too mad that he wanted to trade. I mean, we have depth. It's just they're getting a little older. But yeah, he's really killing it. I mean, good for him. I mean, I don't want to say I'm rooting against him, but it'll be a shame if he turns into be a really solid role player, because I think the Eagles could use that right about now. He obviously is not the difference maker for the Eagles' defensive line problems because they had problems even when he was there. So that's not, a problem. Colts rushing yards, 96 in the first half, and just with about 7 minutes in the third quarter, they have 104 rushing yards. Jonathan Taylor, 17 carries, 167 yards, an average of 9.8 yards per carry, and a touchdown. Hold on, I'll answer your question in just a second. Clock's still moving after the injury. I don't even know if I mentioned the injury. Here is Taylor again. Texans stack the box, so Taylor is not going to go anywhere. Texans saw it coming that time. 1 to 10, how good do you think Howie's done this year? I think he's actually done a half-decent job. It's kind of hard to say because I think the free agent signings, I think, were questionable because he brought back Bradbury instead of signing T.J. Edwards and C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and now that move looks pretty bad. I wasn't against bringing Bradbury back because I don't think that was holding in the Super Bowl. 2nd and 9, another handoff to Taylor. he should have went through that C gap, but went through the A gap, and he gets stuffed again. Now it's third down. I think that once again, I wasn't against bringing Bradbury back. I just don't think that it was. I just don't think the money that they paid him was right, unless he was getting bigger offers, which we don't obviously know about. I don't know. I mean, CJ Gardner Johnson, it is what it is. Because I think Cindy Brown and Reed Blankenship are doing really well. Kevin Byard is just, hasn't done much. It's a good trade, but, he hasn't done really anything. Hasn't done good, but he hasn't done bad as well. Colts 0 for 6 on third down. This is 3rd and 9. Here is Minshew to throw. Throws this one. It's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. That was Collins there, who's had a really good game. And that'll bring up 4th down. Collins has had some really nice tackles. A pass deflection there. So I don't know. I guess I'd give Howie like a 6, 7. He obviously hasn't done anything substantial. He's made substantial moves. It's just he hasn't done incredible. Colts are going to try a field goal here. 57 yards with Sanchez. I'm sorry, with Gay. The kick is up, and the kick is no good, off the upright. Yeah, Jalen Carter, I think he did a really good job in the draft, minus Nolan Smith. I wanted Brian Branch, and I honestly think I could say that pick was correct. I was yelling on the draft stream when they picked Nolan Smith because I wanted Brian Branch. I think the draft he did a really good job though. Like I really wanted Kale Ringo. I thought he was a steal. I like Sidney Brown too. He puts a lot of effort into his plays. Sometimes that goes against him, but I think he does a really good job. Ojamo's been getting snaps, and he hasn't played too bad. The 7th round pick. Tanner McKee should be our backup, except he's somehow behind Marcus Mariota, who was just absolutely god awful. I think that's it. Tyler Steen, I think he's gotten a start. He's been pretty good. I think he's been okay. Like I think the draft was good, but once again, I don't think you can judge Nolan Smith because he hasn't gotten too many snaps. I still think we should have drafted Brian Branch. The Lions really got a steal there. But yeah, we should have drafted him because he's made an immediate impact. And right now, the Eagles are in win now mode. And I said it. They needed to win the Super Bowl last year, like they needed to, because teams are only going to get better because the 49ers are going to be back. The Cowboys are always there. There's other teams as well. The Eagles needed to win the Super Bowl last year, and they didn't. And now you got a lot of problems within that we don't even know about. We don't know what's going on with A.J. Brown. God forbid he asks for a trade, which I highly doubt happens. It seems like he's been doing well. Our coaching staff just looks bad. Like they're a mess, which is why I don't think they're going to win a playoff game. Now, if they don't win a playoff game, they'll get a better draft pick, which means they can get more cap. Draft pick doesn't even matter right now because they have to win. Plus, they only have so long before you have to pay Devontae and those defensive tackles. Yeah, Smith, I believe, is due for a contract. You could pay him this offseason. Because the cap for Jalen Hurts' contract really kicks in next year. Like, it really takes a big hit. So I think paying him this offseason wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And plus, he's had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, had 900 receiving yards in his first season, with being really only the only receiver there. Like, he's probably the best number 2 receiver in the NFL. All right, anyway, we're back now. Texans at their own 47-yard line. And flea flicker here. Stroud all day, and he's just going to take it and run. Stroud gets the first down, and he just kind of throws himself down inside the 45. So flea flicker does get them a first down, but nothing more. Great coverage downfield, it seems. And yeah, not really much happening. The Colts have about 5, 6 guys back there, and they just don't want anything like the Nico Collins touchdown to happen to them again, which I can't blame them. So, but the Texans do end up getting a first down. Under 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Handoff to Singletary, and a boost of energy does only gets him 3 yards. Defensive tackles, I mean, Carter's not really due for anything. Cox, I feel like they should just move on and try and find somebody in free agency, which however much money you have. Um, Also, Brents is on the sideline without his helmet on the bench. 4 yards there for Singletary. I don't know. I feel like bringing back Cox is just not a good idea. Jordan Davis is a bust. I don't care what anybody says. I knew we should have drafted Kyle Hamilton. Fake to Singletary. Stroud gets out of the pocket. He is being chased. He's going to run again. Stroud gets around 3, so it'll be 3rd and 3 coming up. I think Brandon Graham's just like, I feel like he's just washed. Like, he's completely washed. Like, everybody had a good year last year. Cox, I don't know if he's washed. He hasn't had a bad year. But, like, I mean, at what point don't you just want to move on? Like, I get they're legends and all. You know, they're going to be in the Eagles Hall of Fame. Stroud to throw again. He has all day. Now he has to throw this one over the middle. Into traffic. It's incomplete. Went to Hutchinson. And there's a man down for Indianapolis. A lot of collision happening there. And I believe that is the linebacker Snead. Or Speed, sorry. Stroud had all day, but there was pressure at the end. DeForest Buckner got in his face, and Stroud had to let it go. I think that Hutchinson actually still could have made that catch, and that's just a bad route, too, by Hutchinson. Hutchinson still had a chance to make that catch. That's just, yeah, that was a bad route. Didn't really look like much effort was put into that. And it's 4th down. That would have been a great catch, though. Speed going to be walked off the field. It's 4th and 2. Honestly, I'm going for it. I'd run a play action and get Stroud out of the pocket. Oh, no, they're going to try the field goal. I'd go for it. Maybe because the Texans have a lot of... Not the Texans. The Colts have the momentum, and you're trying to get that back. I mean, I'm going for it. Statistics probably say go for it, too. All right, well... 51-yard attempt for Fairbairn. Yeah, I would go for it, too. Well, all depends on if he makes it or not. See if we're right if he should have went for it. 51-yard attempt. It is good. Fairbairn puts the Texans up by 3, 17-14, 3:39 remaining in the third quarter. We'll see how the Colts can respond. I would have went for it because it's a winner-go-home situation. You know, it's a division rival, bada beep, bada boo. You have C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins, Singletary. You know, you got even Beck, who's, you know, catching touchdowns. You know, you got a lot of guys that can catch the football. Man, Will Anderson, he's been really good. Some pressure's in on Minshew. You know, hasn't had that game where, you know, it's going to be. I mean, it hasn't done that good, but not that bad. Like, he's had some pressures. He's forced Minshew into some. I don't want to say bad decisions, but he's forced him out of the pocket, and Minshew running with the football on the run is, you know, not really his specialty. So I think he's done that pretty well. Who would you give the coach of the year to? Stefanski or D'Amico Ryans? That's tough. Because Stefanski is really has taken 4 quarterbacks and has been able to have a team that you don't want to see in the playoffs. Like, if I'm the Baltimore, if I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, for example, I do not want to face the Cleveland Browns Even if I'm anybody, I don't want to face the Cleveland Browns. Like I'd be scared half to death. That defensive line is going to bag you to no tomorrow. Then they got, Joe Flacco. He doesn't really have to do much. All he's got to do is hand the ball off or a play action pass, and he can just use his arm. Like, he doesn't even need to move because that offensive line's done really well as well. Here's Jonathan Taylor, and the Texans have started stacking the box, and that is a 1-yard gain. Cashman there making up for it. But I don't know. I want to say Stefanski, but I'm a little biased because he's from the prep. I feel like I'd give it to D'Amico Ryans. I've said it from the beginning of the year that, this team has literally been taken from nothing into something. Like, I think even without D'Amico Ryans, this team wouldn't be as good. Like, it probably would be only have 5 or 6 wins. Minshew to throw. This one caught over the middle by Mo Alley Cox. He was not guarded. He gets the first down. See, I'd give it to D'Amico Ryans. Some people say Dan Campbell. I wouldn't be mad at that as well. I think he's had a really good year. I just think that what's-his-face would be the better option, D'Amico Ryans. Everybody was covered. Mo Alley Cox. That's miscommunication. See, somebody's supposed to... that linebacker, I couldn't get a glimpse of who it was, supposed to pick him up. I believe that was Harris who was supposed to pick him up. Hand off here to Taylor. He is dropped in the backfield. Great tackle there by Khalil Davis. Great wrap up and just powers him down. Let's get a look at that here. Oh, great swim move. That is incredible. Ooh. The swim move, perfect. That's a hard move to perfect. And just bags Taylor. I love Dan Campbell. I think he's hilarious. I thought he was a little crazy in the beginning, which I guess we just had to get used to his personality. There's a fake. Minshew to throw. Throws on the run. Caught. Oh, Pittman takes a hit. And there's 2 flags. Man, Pittman is just taking so many hits this year. Desmond King on the hit. On the hit stick. D'Amico Ryans shaking his head. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. That is a 15-yard penalty. I hate those sort of calls because I love some good hits. I didn't think he made helmet contact. Oh, he did. See, helmet to helmet, I don't know. I feel like with concussions, see, helmet to helmet stuff is like always something that I always saw as a penalty. Because like with concussions and all that, like that is something, I don't know. Another pass, screen caught by Pittman. He gets a few yards there. You see, the problem is that concussions are such a big thing nowadays. And, I've been hit, like, when it comes to football, I've been hit, like, headshot, like that. I blacked out for a second. Like, I've even been through drills where I've hit my head with my helmet and I blacked out for a second. It's like when you're getting hit by these NFL guys that are like all, pumping iron 24/7, they eat push-ups for breakfast. It's tough. The NFL wants to keep them safe, but at the same time, here's a carry here by Moss, I believe. He gets the first down. At the same time, the defensive player's job is supposed to, hit the guy as hard as he can. But then you also got Tom Brady's point where it's the quarterback's fault that he's putting the receiver in a dangerous situation. So all these different sort of points that you can understand, but the issue's never, ever going to be fixed. And the Colts don't have to run another play before the quarter ends. Actually, they marked Moss about a few inches short. And the Colts, they're not going to run another play. So the quarter ends 17-14. with 1 quarter remaining, 3rd and 1 when we come back, 3rd and inches when we come back. Win or go home. It is clutch time for the next 15 minutes. I feel like helmet to helmet is sometimes accidental or incidental at times. The other times it's deliberate. They should distinguish between the two. See, the problem is that one thing it's hard to, but then when it also comes to penalties, I mean, when you're holding when there's a pass interference call, I mean, you're not really trying to. I mean, you're trying to get an advantage, but you're not really trying to, grab their jersey and bring them down. You're just trying to go for the ball and trying to give yourself a better advantage. You're not really trying to do that. You're not trying to get yourself a penalty. That's the same thing with helmet to helmet. With the defensive player, you want to give a big hit to, one, give your team some momentum. I also need to get my charger for my Chromebook because this thing is dying really fast. I think since I updated it. You don't want to give yourself a penalty, but at the same time, your job is to literally hit the living shit out of the defensive guy or the offensive guy. So you're not trying to get a penalty, but I feel like deliberate stuff, I think you're right. They should distinguish it, but that's just so hard to do. There's stuff that is really obvious, but then once again, their job is to hit the guy as hard as they're supposed to. That's football. It's hard to that's why it's so hard to distinguish, because it's their job to hit them. I don't know. There's so many points that you can talk about that you can make an argument of what the NFL should do. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's ever going to be changed because concussions are so big. And when it comes to sponsors, the NFL wants to show their sponsors, hey, our concussion status is like this because we have A, B, and C rules in place and penalties and stuff like that. Give us money. It's never going to be changed because of sponsors. Sponsorships are always a big thing. Now I have to get my charger. I hope now that because of the microphone, my computer starts dying quicker. Now I have another whole wire here. So this is going to be fun. I think we're back, or else they might go to another commercial. I'm not sure. So actually, you know what? I'm just going to put this wire behind the computer. Oh boy. Okay. Come on, baby Yoda. Get off this thing. Or Grogu. Or wait, what's his name now? I forget. What's his full name? What did they call him? God damn it, I completely forget. I haven't watched The Mandalorian in so long. I hope season 4 comes out soon. What percent? 100%. I can just unplug my phone charger. Oh boy. The light's gonna have to go, guys. Alright, is the computer charging? The computer is charging. Okay. So the light's gonna have to go. Unfortunately. Unless I can plug it back in. I have to unplug everything else. Damn it. Whatever. Alright, so the light's gonna have to go for the rest of the stream. What are you gonna do? Unless I put my flashlight on. Would that actually work? That actually would work. No, my phone's too heavy for this thing. Let's see. What if I did this? That would work, but it's too bright. Alright, it's fine. There's also how does the ironer still get? I'm trying to get that out of frame. How is it still in the camera? Okay, that's better. I don't want that in the camera. Who the hell wants their ironer in the camera? I think they're trying to see if the moss was marked short or not. Or was down short. I don't know. That's so hard to tell. It looked like, I don't know. Well, you can't even see the freaking thing. No, season 3 was born to me. List I saw was still Grogu. Nah, they named him something else. I don't know what the referee's talking about. Jonathan Taylor going to the locker room. That's a big, big, big problem if you're a Colts fan. And the Colts in general. Wish the Eagles still had Steichen. He's really good. I really like Steichen. I was kind of sad to see him go. Actually, I wasn't kind of. I was really sad. Oh, so there's still. Oh, we're still in the third quarter. I don't really know why, but okay. Downs in motion. Moss in the backfield. Hand off to Moss. He is dropped in the backfield. Once again, Davis back there. And Tart. That will take us to the end of the third quarter. What does this do? Oh, no, wait. The Colts might run another play. 2nd and 11 here. And no, they won't run it. Yeah, Taylor running the locker room. I've actually got you. What does this do? Now I'm just checking out buttons. Whoa. This is a feedback thing? What does this do? Whoa. What the hell happened to my stream? Whoa. That's just so weird. I don't know what I just did. Whoa. This is weird. What? It doesn't even do anything. Okay. Whatever. That really didn't do anything. All right, 2nd and 11 as we start the fourth quarter. Here's a handoff to Zach Moss, and he's going to be brought down at the 22. Third and 9 coming up. Colts have not gotten a third down conversion today. Looking to change that here. 0 for 7 on third down. They have 9 yards to try and get this one. Minshew drops back, throws over the middle, caught. Mo Alley Cox trying to fight his way for a first down, but can't get off of the 2 Texans defenders. That's 4th down. So now Matt Gay will try to tie this one up. He's missed one from 57, but he's made 2 from 38 and 52 yards. This one from 35 to tie it. It is good. So this game is all tied up at 17 with 13:33 remaining in this game. CJ Stroud trying to go back out and answer when we come back. All right, so we're going to have a kickoff now. The light is like throwing me off now. I don't have it anymore. And this one is caught. And now a return here. And to the 20, 25, and down at the 27-yard line is the running back Pierce. Stroud to throw. He throws this one caught. And Beck makes the reception. He gains around 7. Beck today has a touchdown reception. One of the 2 touchdown receptions that the Texans have today. CJ Stroud started out 10 for 13, and now is 4 for 7 in the second half. Singletary in the backfield, Stroud under center, handoff to Singletary. And the second effort looks like he got the first down. And, yep, the officials will give it to him. Second half yards, Texans at 56, the Colts at 172. Yet this game is still tied. Nico Collins on the sideline, so you have to assume the Texans will continue to run the football. Nico Collins has been their best receiver without any doubt. Not really else much happening in the receiving game. 1st and 10, fake to Singletary. Here's pressure, dropped! It's CJ Stroud coming off the edge, extra man on the rush. That is, I believe, the linebacker Franklin, I want to say. Or that might have been Agam. No, that was, what the hell is 48? I can't even get a glimpse of who that is. I have absolutely no clue who that is. I don't know. All right, Stroud to throw, 2nd and 20. This pass caught by Dalton Schultz, who makes one man miss. Dalton Schultz makes another, spins off of another, and gets around 17 yards. I'm so confused. Who the hell is number 48? I actually now feel bad. Because obviously I don't do the Colts a lot. I used to do a lot of Colts games last year. That was a disaster. Anyway, 17 yards there for Dalton Schultz, who has not had much of a game. 4 targets, 2 receptions for 22 yards. Here is Stroud on 3rd and 3. This pass caught! First down! That's Schultz again. Quick throw over the middle. Dalton Schultz just getting the ball, making sure he doesn't lose it. Just going down. And just a little show there by Schultz. Just a little turn and face. Makes the catch, realizes he's not going to get much off of that, and just goes down. Great football move by Dalton Schultz. Give him credit. Stroud once again under center at the 50. Hand off to Singletary, who's trying to get to the outside. He cuts inside, flag down on the offensive line. Singletary makes something out of nothing, around a 4-yard gain. But at the line of scrimmage, there is a penalty. Looks like holding on Houston. Yes, it is. The penalties by the offense. Well, that was by the fullback Beck. And the penalties at the line of scrimmage has costed Houston a lot. And let's see the holding. Yep, grabbed the. I guess you could say that's holding. He grabbed the shoulder pad, kind of tugged it right here. He doesn't think so, but yeah, as you see, penalties. 10 penalties, 66 yards. 1st and 20. Stroud will throw. Throws this one over the middle, caught by Dalton Schultz. And we've seen Schultz a lot on this drive. Second and 14. Stroud will throw. He tries to escape the pocket. He just has to throw this one up. It is caught by Nico Collins! What a day Nico Collins is having. Stroud just moving back, getting out of the pocket, just dancing backwards, and just throws it up for Nico Collins. That is 100% a catch. Have a day, Nico Collins. And now Houston, 3 seconds left on their snap clock, and they just barely get it off. Flag flies. Here's Singletary, 5-yard carry, and it might have been a delay of game penalty. The clock did expire, so we'll see. Two flags flew. Steichen is yelling. I can't. I didn't even put on the headphones. I think they're going to do the play over is what they're saying. Yeah, they're going to redo the play. First and 10 from the 40. Stroud once again under center. He'll fake the Singletary, dumps this one off to Schultz. Dalton Schultz looking for blockers, hurls a man, and is a yard short of the first down. C.J. Stroud on this drive, 6 for 6, 59 yards. His best drive in the second half by far. 2nd and 1. Texans definitely are in field goal range, but they want 6. Hand off to Singletary. He gets the first down. An ankle injury for Jonathan Taylor, and he is doubtful to return. Okay. 9 plays, 46 yards, 6 minutes remaining. If I'm the Texans, I'm scoring now. Like, I really want to put this ball in the end zone. Because if the Colts really take up a lot of time, then you're not going to have any time to score yourself. Try and win this game. And Singletary dropped in the backfield. That is Speed there, who takes him down for a 3-yard loss. And you see Speed just coveted from around 5 yards. Texans offensive line did a good job blocking inside, but they didn't anticipate Speed coming in. And he comes in unblocked. He's got 12 tackles tonight for 2 tackles for loss, so a really good showing from him. 2nd and 13. Here is Stroud passing out from under center. He throws this one over the middle. It is caught! Nico Collins brought down inside the 5. A late flag flown. I think this is going to be a horse collar tackle on Indianapolis, which will put the Texans inside the 5-yard line. Nico Collins, what a day. Yep, horse collar tackle on Indianapolis. Half in distance to the goal, so he was brought down about a what? The 8, I want to say? 8, 9 yard line. Maybe even I don't even know, actually. Where was he brought down? CJ Stroud with the pressure in his face, being hit at the time of the throw. Just what a play. What a play. Nico Collins faked the corner route, went for the dig. If it wasn't for that horse collar tackle, that's a touchdown right there. Now the Texans at the 4.5. Hand off to Singletary. Singletary into the end zone! Touchdown! Devin Singletary! You like that, Echo? The Texans strike. Like I said, they needed to score now, just in case the Colts score. You will have time. Let's try that again. Devin Singletary. You like that, Echo? Hell yeah, baby. Great blocking, too. You see Saulbert making a play, Tunsil making a play, all. And the missed field goal by Fairbairn. That is a killer. Fairbairn missed the field goal. That hits bad. Let me hear this echo. That's good. I love that echo. That's actually so much fun. I love this microphone. This is probably the best Christmas gift. Now that missed field goal, that gives the whatchamacallit a chance. The Colts to take a lead. Nico Collins is just an absolute beast. And a touchback for the Colts. Jonathan Taylor back in there, 21 carries, 165 yards, 7.9 yards per carry, and a touchdown. A great game for Taylor. Because shame for it to go to waste. But the Colts have to score here a touchdown if they want to win this game. You cannot give the ball back to CJ Stroud in clutch time with a one-score lead that he has. Here's a handoff to Taylor. Taylor brought down in the backfield. Petre didn't over pursue this time. He brings him down. What's up, G? Yeah, so much for doubtful is right for Jonathan Taylor. He is back in there, but didn't make much of a difference on that play. 2nd and 11. Not a good start. The Colts need a touchdown here. They're down by just 6 off the Fairbairn missed field goal. Petre, extra man on the rush. This pass caught by Downs. Downs with the first down and more. Downs gets to the 45-50. Down at the 49-yard line. Josh Downs, not Joshua. Josh Downs. What a catch and run. Just making men miss with his speed. And that's just a one-on-one right there. See Minshew he saw the pressure from Petre, and he just got out of the way. And that's just Downs there with a great out route, little shake. King can't bring him down the first time, but he does the second, but not before he gets to the 49.5-yard line. Hand off to Taylor. Taylor once again brought down in the backfield. The rushing in the fourth quarter is just not working out. Will Anderson Jr., the potential defensive rookie of the year, as well as Derek Barnett, making a play there. I haven't called Derek Barnett or Will Anderson's name much, but they're definitely going to need them to win this game, that being the Houston Texans. 4:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Or was Minshew when the Eagles played the Saints last year? That game, I remember. I had to private that stream. I was cursing too much. Minshew will throw over the middle. Caught by Downs, but this time taken down immediately. That was Perryman on the tackle. Really good job there to wrap up. Yeah, I had to take that stream down. I was too scared that, people were, going to see that. When certain people were going to see that when I didn't need to, when I didn't need that to happen, so I just had to private it. 3rd and 6, Downs in motion, Taylor in the backfield. Minshew will hand it off to Taylor, but that might actually result in them getting a first down. A little short. Flag is thrown. I think they're going to throw. I think this actually might be a helmet to helmet or unnecessary roughness on the Texans. I feel it. Oh, hands to the face on the defense, so no matter what, that's an automatic first down. Another penalty for Houston. That was on Malik Collins. One Collins is dominating tonight, the other is giving him penalties. Yeah, you definitely see that right in the face there. 11 penalties for Houston. And a lot of those penalties have resulted in automatic first downs. Like that one there. Now at the 34-yard line. And here's Taylor. Solid carry there around 4 or 5. Let me find out Houston's giving this game away. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to say giving it away, because it's been a one-score game most of the entire game, but Houston's had it really in control. It's just they haven't, I don't know. That's going to be a killer if Indianapolis can score. Will Anderson kind of limping as he comes off the field. If Indianapolis can score and the Houston Texans are down by 1 because that missed field goal, that's just going to be the biggest killer of the year. 2nd and 6. Pitch to Taylor. And he's brought down around a 1-yard gain. Petre fired up, and there's an injury on the field. A Houston Texan is down. Or I thought there was an injury. I guess there's not. Or is there? Yeah, there is. Perryman, the linebacker, he's on one knee. I think he might have just got popped the wrong way. So 3rd and 5 when we come back. 2:41 remaining. 23-17. Houston has the lead. The Colts trying to drive. If I'm Indianapolis, I'm trying to get into a big body here. So let's see. What was the injury? Yeah, helmet collision. Petre and I can't get a glimpse of who the other man was. I think that was Sanders, the linebacker. Yeah, both their helmets collided into Perryman. He's walking off, but he's going to be evaluated for a concussion, which hopefully we don't want to see. Or he's kind of targeting his shoulder now, so maybe it was a shoulder thing. But he's walking off on his own power, so that's very good to see. And now 3rd and 5. If I'm the Colts, I'm getting into a big body here. I'm trying to get it to a Mo Alley Cox on a little 5-yard curl or a 5-yard ball curl. I'm trying to get that first down through a big body. If that's not open, then I go to Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, and they're going to put a lot of attention on him. If you can get it to a Josh Downs on, a 3-yard pass, he can definitely run for a few yards. No, I have Joshua Downs get beyond the first down marker. I keep saying Joshua. I guess because I'm thinking of Joshua Dobbs. Now they're going to give it to Taylor instead. Taylor is being pushed by the Colts O-line, but more Texans coming in, and they're going to mark him short. One official has him marked, looks like on the yellow line that the broadcast shows, but one official has him marked short. It looks like now they're going to give him the first down, actually. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The Colts in full control, down by 6, 2 minutes remaining. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, and I want to see this again because I don't know. This is very close. Yeah, it looks like he got it. I'm looking at the ball, and I'm kind of looking at the marker. Yeah, both angles kind of looks like he got it. They need the brotherly shove. See, that play only really can work for the Eagles. And it's going to be a shame when Kelsey retires, so I don't think that play is going to work. Speaking of Kelsey, I know I'm going to get the question, do you think he's going to retire from I don't really know, actually, if he's going to retire. See, that's hard because they're paying him as the top center in the NFL. And if you're being paid as the top center in the NFL, why would you leave? Kelsey's got a really good big fan base. He's very big in Philadelphia. Everybody loves him. Who don't love Jason Kelsey in Philadelphia? If you're an Eagles fan of Philly, how don't you like Jason Kelsey? So I guess this play will be reviewed as we're at the 2-minute warning. Or I guess not. I don't know. We'll see when we come back, though. Best offensive lineman in the league is either Trent Richardson or Kelsey. The best offensive lineman? Oof. See, I think Kelsey's definitely the best center. Lineman, see, the best offensive lineman. See, that's really, really hard. That's like asking somebody who's the best defensive player of all time. That's another debate. There's just so many great linemen in the NFL. I don't know. The best lineman might be Trent Williams. I know the best center is Kelsey. There's no doubt about that. I think the best lineman is Trent Williams. They're still going to say first down. I really don't disagree. I don't really disagree with that. People are posting on Twitter or X they don't. I guess they don't agree. I agree. Taylor's going to get a carry here. He's going to try and get to the outside. Going to try and get out of bounds, and he does. Only around a 2-yard gain. Remember, the Colts do need a touchdown here, so going out of bounds. I don't know if that's going to be the best option. You have all 3 timeouts. Yeah, I was going to say I'm not. I was going to say I'm not. Yeah, I think Trent Williams. 2nd and 8. Another handoff to Taylor. Taylor, though, gets to the outside. Jonathan Taylor going to be marked a few yards short as he runs out of bounds. I'm not so sure why he's running out of bounds. They have all 3 timeouts. Wouldn't you want to kill the Texans' time and keep the clock moving? That's just me. You have all 3 timeouts. I feel like the more logical answer, unless you have that much faith in your defense, which I don't really, because the Colts' defense is nothing special. It's good, but it's not a top 5 defense. I would want to stay in bounds if I'm Jonathan Taylor, but you do you, I guess. 3rd and 2. I'm running it if I'm the Colts. Yep, here is Taylor. Nope, though, he's going to be marked a yard short. Remember, the Colts do have all 3 timeouts, so they can get the ball back if they don't get this 4th down conversion, but it'll be even harder to get a touchdown. Oh, boy, here we go. This is the play of the season. 4th and 1. Play of the year, so play of the season for both teams. Are they going to snap this or not? I mean, they have to, but they might try and use their timeout first, and that's what they are going to do. The Colts going all in on this play. If they don't get it, they're going home, pretty much, because they don't have that 3rd timeout to stop the clock. If they do get it, they continue their journey, or destiny, or fate, or whatever. Oh boy, this is an AFC game, and this is getting my blood, my blood pumping. Oh my goodness. Gonna get my blood boiling. Not boiling, but like pumping, I'm really getting. 4th and 1. Here is Minshew. He will throw. It is dropped! Goodson dropped the ball! Oh my God! It was a wheel route to Goodson, and he dropped it. That is crazy. D'Amico Ryans. Oh my goodness. This game is pretty much done. They can't stop the clock after 3rd down. Handoff to Singletary. There's 3 yards. Oh man, I definitely got a tweet. That is unbelievable. That's something else. Second and 7. Obviously, the Colts used their 2nd timeout. Wow. And off to Singletary again. He's going to be taken down. We'll see where they mark him. I think forward progress will just get him back to the line of scrimmage. The Eagles just would have tush pushed. The Colts decided to pass it. That is unbelievable. I can't believe that. In the most clutchest moment of your year, you drop. That's real. I also feel bad for whoever that is, because So the Colts are going to have a few seconds remaining if they don't get it. If the Texans don't get it. Hand off to Singletary, and he'll be taken down with about a few yards remaining, around 3rd and 2. So Texans will most likely call timeout at the snap clock expiration. Got to give the ball to JT in that situation. It's good play call, just bad execution. Yeah, it was bad execution, but I agree. I do think I tweeted that out. I'm not sure why Jonathan Taylor was not in that game. Jonathan Taylor can catch the ball. I think that he has to get the football in that situation. He's the best playmaker on the team. You can argue Michael Pittman and all, but no, Jonathan Taylor's the best playmaker on the team. But CJ Stroud tonight, really good game. 20 for 26, 264 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Just what a game for the potential offensive rookie of the year. And I think you might have to give it to him after this game. I mean, he led the team. I mean, he's making these really tough throws with guys in his face, 75-yard bombs. Even Nico Collins. I mean, what a game for him. How many let's see how many fantasy points he has. I mean, he is absolutely killing it. $34 fantasy points for Nico Collins. Man, I would have loved to have him. Deontay Johnson gave me 18 points, so that was good. I agree the play call was good. It's just Jonathan Taylor. It's just got to go to Jonathan Taylor. I think everybody can agree on that. I get what they're doing. They're trying to just kill the clock. So their punter, Johnston, he runs in the back of the end zone. That's a safety with 1 second remaining. So the Colts will get one last opportunity to try and score with special teams. And one more play, the Houston Texans will go to the playoffs, but let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Texans still have to stop them. They're already putting the Texans' record at 10-7. No, there's still one more play going on. We still got one more play here. I don't know what we're doing. I swear to God, if the Colts get like a punt return touchdown, that'd actually be funny. Time for some crazy laterals. I don't know why everybody's saying the Texans won. The Texans didn't win yet. Nah, though. If the Texans do end up with this, a 10-win season after winning what? Just a few games last year, 3 games, like that's a great improvement. One last play. They did have a great draft. Tank Dell was just a great pick. It's a shame that he's not here for this. But Nico Collins having a great game and all, Nico Collins really one of their only receivers, you know what I'm saying? And here it is, Johnston. Here's some laterals. Here's Michael Pittman. Pittman just tosses it back. This one on the turf. And it is over! The Houston Texans advance to the playoffs. Their first playoff berth since 2019. The Colts with a great run with Gardner Minshew and first-year head coach Shane Steichen. But it ultimately ends up with a season that is just not going to pan out. The Colts with a 9-8 record, above 500. There is a lot of optimism for the future when Anthony Richardson comes back this year. You can't deny that Gardner Minshew played well without Anthony Richardson. The Colts, with weapons coming back next year, a healthy Jonathan Taylor, healthy Michael Pittman. But the Houston Texans, after being very aggressive in last year's draft, picking up C.J. Stroud with a number 2 overall pick, the potential offensive rookie of the year now, trading up then to the number 3 overall pick to go get Will Anderson, a potential defensive rookie of the year. Nico Collins is there as well. Tank Dell was a great pickup. They went into free agency, picked up some guys as well. Robert Woods, Noah Brown, who we didn't see today, but still. Shaq Mason, a veteran on the offensive line. Yeah, those Anthony Richardson, Jonathan Taylor RPOs are going to be great. But the Houston Texans went from a laughingstock team to a 10-win team and a playoff berth in just a matter of one season. We'll see if they win the division tomorrow. If the Jaguars win, they will win the division. If the Jaguars lose, then the Texans will win the division, and they will play Cleveland. That's going to be a toughie. So Jacksonville also has to win in their end. It's a win-and-in situation for Jacksonville as well. Colts eliminated, Texans in. That'll do it for the stream, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Yeah, let's hope Philly gets some snow. I haven't seen snow in years. Make sure you guys subscribe with the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother, Linda Great Vlogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Kyle Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X at Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Ryan the Great RTG. Great stream for everybody. Thank you all for popping in. Make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.